gonna try my hardest to keep this video like under 20 minutes because, again, this is one of me low quality, not doing that much. I'm just talking to the camera, and like you're not gonna edit this, and we have very little space on our computer, so keep this video under. Anyway, I thought about this while I was at work, and I wrote it down in my notes app, and I was like, being an artist in a period of like collectives and stuff is kind of lonely, and I'm wondering if it is self-inflicted, because like I could be going out right now, I could be going out with people and stuff, but it's like every single time I get the invitation, something will come up and I won't be able to, and then, you know, for better or for worse, I don't get to go out. And that's been happening for like, I think 6 months now, like since I quit my last job and like really said I was about to start focusing on this art shit and finish the Artist Way book or whatever. And like, in a way I'm grateful for it because I've been able to do and finish a lot of projects and come up with a lot more ideas that I'm excited to execute and stuff, and participate in other projects like that what's it called, that vampire shoot I did with Ro and them. But like, on the flip side of that, it does get extremely lonely, and I wonder if like there's a point in like every artist's journey where it is kind of lonely and you're not really talking to anybody, because like I'm a nigga that like, I research artists heavily. I go back into their back catalog. I see what all the music they were making before they got like really really good at producing and shit. I was doing that with Doja Cat, and to my understanding, she was like a not socially inept. I don't know. She was. I'm not gonna say too much about what she was doing online, but you know, she was a chronically online person before she like blew up and started hanging out with more people, and that still kind of shows through like who she is now. So I guess the reason I bring that up is because I'm like, she went through that and now she's as successful and creative as she is, and then I look at people like Lady Gaga, and when I look at old videos of her like performing at like, I think it was Lollapalooza or something, when it was like a small event, I see her and like some of the people on her team I don't even think are on her team anymore from those videos. Like, I don't think they're on her team now, but I see them and I'm like, damn, she was like really like this girl had nobody. Like, not she didn't have nobody, but like it was her against the world. That's crazy. And I guess the real reason I'm talking about this is because I feel like now there's a shit ton of groups, and I used to be a part of one of those groups, and there is a piece of me that sometimes regrets leaving that group, because it did give me some type of sense of security, and now a lot of my security has to come from myself. So it's one of those things that I think I've said it's one of those things a shit ton already. That's crazy. But it is like, it's one of those things where it's something that I think may have been necessary for my development, probably, where like I obviously could not have stayed in that group for a long time and be where I'm at now. Like, it's like the same thing with me cutting my hair. I felt like I was hiding behind my hair, so I cut it like a year ago. You know this, Andy. And anyway, but I cut it so that I could feel less like I was depending on my hair to make me feel good. And I did that, and it worked, and I got a shit load of more confidence from doing it. So necessary change is what I'm saying, is what I was calling out when my friends would ask why I was cutting my hair. So I guess being alone now is kind of a part of my necessary change, where there's obviously going to be a point where I'm out and I'm going to raves and shit again, like I was a couple years ago. But like for now, I guess I have to get used to just not doing that as much. And I'm saying this, maybe I don't know what the future looks like. I could all of a sudden no, because I have more shit that I need to do. But I don't know what it's gonna look like in 6 months from now, and hopefully I'm out partying again. God willing, I have all of the shit that I'm trying to do done by 6 months. Cause again, I'm not on anybody else's schedule. I'm on mine. I'm a rock star. I'm on God's time, nigga. You know, and it's just it's lonely, but it's lonely in a way where like it's necessary. I think. Like I don't think I would have been able to do a lot of the shit that I'm doing now, and I wouldn't have this type of trust in my ideas that I do now if I wasn't isolated like this. And that makes it sound like I'm like self-isolating as like I'm like retreating and self-isolating. I think that sometimes you just need like periods where you're just by yourself, and I don't think that's like a problem. I think it can become a problem, but that's like with everything, moderation and shit. I still talk to my friends when I can and stuff. I just don't see them in person like that, and they still talk to me and I still talk to them, and it's not like I'm avoiding them or anything. It's just genuinely shit will keep coming up in the middle of me trying to do shit with them. Like I got scheduled for Halloween. My friends asked me if I wanted to do something for Halloween. I said no, I have to work the graveyard shift, so whoa, and I couldn't. And then the whole shit with my fucking car. I can't even go. I can't go places. My other friend from work keeps inviting me out, and I can't go because I don't have a car. And Uber money is crazy, and I need to save for either the shit that I want or my car, like for the shit that I want for other things, or my car. So, yeah. And it's not a bad thing. I just needed to talk and get this out because I thought about it at work, and I am trying to vocalize my thoughts more because I think it helps with overall. I think it helps my thought process overall. Back in that spam page era when I was just posting a shit ton of depressing stuff, this is like the better version of that. Obviously, at some point I guess there will be another like depressing video, like diary entry, but not right now. And then what was the other half that I wrote down that I wanted to talk about? And I wouldn't say like collectives, the collective the collective I was a part of, it wasn't advertised as a collective. It just kind of felt like that. And then I was looking around and I was like, I'm not meant to be here, nigga. This is not for me. This is not my shit. Like, y'all have fun, but I can't do this. And like, it's crazy because I'll see it happen. I'll see like, I'm not comparing myself to these people. It's just these situations I see are situations I see and I think of like, damn, I was in that situation too. Good job you got out, girl. That shit with fucking Caribou. That I don't know if that was a marketing stunt. I don't think it was, because that nigga was pissed off on fucking Instagram Live talking about that shit. But I saw that shit. I said, good job she got out of that, because that was not an environment that you want to be in. And I think a lot of people, at least now, will try to have a group of people around them so that they do feel secure and like they have a kind of safety net around what they're doing and what they're working on, when in reality I do kind of think that the artistic process, at least to me, is supposed to be therapeutic in some way. Okay, it's not at 20 minutes, I'm still doing good. It's supposed to be like therapeutic in some type of way. For me it is. And like, I don't think, I'm not trying to do group therapy. Like, even when I was writing for that magazine, my writing, the stuff I was writing about was therapeutic for me, and I had free will to write about whatever I wanted. Shout out to them niggas. But like, I wanted to do more, and I wanted to do more with like just my name attached, and I thought for a little bit that that was kind of selfish that I wanted to do stuff with just my name attached, and then I kind of realized, no, that's it's if it's your art, you should be able to do your art by yourself and not feel bad about it. And nobody was making me feel bad about it either. Gotta clarify that too. But I don't know. I guess it's like some type of weird imposter syndrome type shit or some type of adjacent thing. Because I fight with that nigga imposter. I fight with those imposter syndrome bitches a lot, and I know my shit's crazy. I know when I know I'm hard as I don't bricked up, bitch. I'm hard as fuck. I don't get two shits. I'm bricked hard as fuck. Like, but like for real though, like I know my shit is cool. I know what I believe in what I'm doing. I know I'm gonna be very successful as an artist. It's just sometimes I want that safety net of niggas around me that I know if I fuck up, there's this person that can take some of the brunt of it, and it's not just on me. And I now know, and I now have to. If I fuck up, it's me by myself fucking up, and I can't be like, oh well, that nigga should have done this, that nigga should have done that, because I'm that nigga that should have done X, Y, and Z, and I can't say what bitches should have done about their own about that project because I'm working on my project and my shit. I have to have my shit together. Like, if you're gonna be talking shit about other people's projects, you have no projects out. Shut the hell up. So, girl, like, I mean, you don't have to be a chef. You don't have to be a chef to like know when food is bad, but at the same time, maybe try to cook a little. You know, get in the kitchen, put on an apron, try to make a soup. Try to make a soup. You know, you don't gotta make a 5-course meal. Make an appetizer. just see what you can do. See what you can do in that with that oven. Take this spoon. Take this. You know. It's crazy. And I think the other thing that I wanted, the other part of this was that because there's also the fact that when you reach success, there's also the fact that fucking success also has kind of been altered, and I've in my brain at least, because, and I guess I have to kind of blame Marina and the Diamonds for not blame, but thank her for this kind of thinking that I've readjusted to, where I don't need to have 1,000, like a million niggas knowing who the fuck I am and watching my every move to be successful. If I know, I mean, when I get to that point, you know, I'm gonna be happy as fuck, but still, even without that, I'm still successful. It doesn't have to be a thing of numbers. When it becomes a thing of numbers, that's just analytics. That's all that is. You're still successful regardless of how many streams you have or how many whatever, I don't know, loops or whatever fucking title uses. I don't know what they're called. I don't know what it's called, but I think all that chart bullshit is so. I can't wait for that era to be done. And I know it probably won't be done where niggas are like checking charts and shit and all that. But I pray for a time where it's common knowledge that an artist's job is not to be chart obsessed, like that one weird ass Ariana Grande tweet where they were like, it's literally their job to be chart obsessed. What do you mean it's not a problem? Bitch, Ariana Grande hates you. No shade. She hates your ass. You're the type of bitch she does not like. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. The fuck? I like, I don't. I know that even before, I'm performing, before I get to be on stages, and before I get to like that point where I have people calling out my name and shit, I'm still successful before that. I'm still successful without that. And I think if I have that mindset, it's gonna help me a lot more than like, well, when I do this, I'll be successful. Then when I do this, I'll be successful. When I do this, I'll know I'm successful. If I just constantly kind of think and carry myself like I already am successful, I think that's gonna benefit me more than kind of constantly moving a goalpost to where once I achieve this thing, I'll know I've made it. Once I just have done this thing, I'll know I made it. Once I've done this thing, there's obviously gonna be moments where I'll be like, well, damn, I like that. I needed this shit, but like you know what I mean, you know. Fucking, there's gonna be points where I do think to myself, this is, I know I've done this shit. I know I feel this shit, you know, and until I experience that, I still know now, even in my childhood bedroom, I'm still successful, and I need to not worry as much about fucking doing X, Y, and Z to feel success, to say I'm successful, or having this and that and this and that to feel successful. I guess I kind of trying to say having it already in my mind that I'm successful without having something tangible to say that I am. So like numbers and shit, yeah. Have it in my head, knowing that I'm already successful without having like the numbers and everything else to tangibly say I'm successful. Because like fucking Madonna and them niggas, her ass was successful as fuck. I don't think she probably was happy. I know she was happy as fuck when her shit like blew up online and all that, but even before then, she was not checking for YouTube. That bitch was in the studio. She was not checking for TikTok. She was in the studio. She was working. Same thing goes with like Kendrick and fucking the Fugees and all that shit. All the niggas were making shit for themselves, and then it blew up, and so forth, so on and so forth. Like I saw this thing, I saw this thing, and I think I've read this. I forget. I think it was. Oh my god, I hate that I'm forgetting his name now, and I've watched so many of his fucking videos. This is really bad. Rick Rubin. This Rick Rubin thing, and him, and then I'm pretty sure the Artist Way book talk about artistic projects in a way where like they're kind of offerings to God. Now this is where I'm so scared to talk about this, but I gotta get it out. Where like what's it called? Talk about them like they're offerings to God. Like the Artist Way book talks about creativity is, if God is the creator and you were made in God's image, you're meant to be a creator too. So by you creating, you're doing God's work technically. So by doing that and by focusing on that, with Rick Rubin's logic, every artistic project you make being an offering to God, is you saying, I'm still here. To me now, how I interpret it is, that's me saying I'm still here despite the bullshit and all the other fuck niggas around me that do shit that piss me off. I'm still doing the shit that I want. I'm still working on my shit. I'm still doing creative shit regardless of whatever the fuck is happening around me. And that, I think, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's keeping me alive. It's how I manage the amount of bullshit I've gone through, and it's keeping me alive. Every time I do some shit now and I finish it, or I get close to finishing it, it's like, well, damn. And if I think about giving up, every time I do shit now and I get close to finishing it and I think about giving up, I catch myself and I'm like, I've already put this much time into it, so I might as well put it out into the world, regardless of how shitty I may think it is. Somebody else might see it and think, damn, that's cool as fuck. And I might be being just way too harsh on myself. And universe, still regardless, is, you get back what you put out. So I'll get back what I put out, and if it's a labor of love and there's passion in it, I think I'll get back a good amount of shit from continuing this. And if not, I don't know, probably like turn to accounting or something. I will not turn to accounting. And I'll turn to the pole before I turn to accounting. I don't give a fuck. Okay, it's 20 minutes. I have to go now. I can't. My computer will fucking explode. The goddamn space on here sucks. I hope you're doing well, future Andy.